Hi guys, welcome to Crypto Bin 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency, trading and investment in general. Bitcoin broke out yesterday as we said, but fails to continue the momentum and uh, to see momentum to push it higher, and I don't know why that has happened. But if you want to know, you want to join me on the show, I am going to show you right away, so you do not want to go anywhere. And we can see all the noise and things that are not coming out of FTX, and now list of other exchanges that are doing the same thing FTX is doing have now been released, and we're going to talk about that. But first of all, we're going to look at the chart and see what we need to do. Maybe we should take a look up. Maybe we should take profit, or maybe we should get into the market, or maybe we should just relax and watch the drama that has been going on in the crypto space in the last 1 week. These are more what we're going to be looking at on the show today, and I bet you do not want to miss any bit of it. My name is Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, and welcome to the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we do not gamble it. Bitcoin is trading at 16,790 as I'm talking to you right now. And why are we not seeing the momentum, or why are we not seeing the volume come into the market? I must tell you the truth. The fundamental is a bit scary, but the technical analysis is chill. And what do I mean by that? The fundamental, the news, the fraud, the FOMO, the mainstream, the media, all these things are bringing fear and are disturbing a lot of people to put their money on crypto due to what happened to FTX. And now we have rumor crypto.com might even suffer the same thing, KuCoin, and the list goes on. But the problem, or the story I want you to know, is the fundamental is just noise about all those things that are happening in the market. But when you go to your chart, which is right here, you're still going to see that the technical analysis remain the same. The noise is not reflecting on it. We're not even seeing a crazy massive, or we're not seeing, what am I going to call it? We're not seeing a crazy volatility where you see 5,000 point up, 5,000 point down and stuff like that. And that's going to show that the noise and whatever is really affecting the market. The only problem is we're not seeing so much volume coming into the market. And I'm going to show you what and how we need to handle this on today's show. If you're new to the channel and you're just coming across the channel, you might want to subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can enjoy all the juicy content we got for you on this great platform. First of all, let's see what has been going on. How do you react to people saying Bitcoin is going to zero? We saw a lot of people, and this all these anti-Bitcoin or anti-crypto, let me put it that way, coming out to say they said so, Bitcoin is going to zero. But I can tell you they are still just being wrong, as they said in 2017 and in 2020. And now I know in 2023, they're still going to preach the same thing, that Bitcoin or crypto is going to zero. And I can show you from my chart right here. Let me show you right here from my chart so you know that I don't think that is going to happen, because we normally have the movement when it comes to crypto around. See, I'm going to show you from here so you can have a clear understanding. This was 2017 when the Bitcoin went to about 20K, 19 something thereabout, and you can see it dropped back with about 85%. You know, they said it was going to zero. We saw the recovery push up back, and the Bitcoin moved ahead to around 13,000 thereabout, and drop back to around, let me get it right, drop back to around 3,000 plus, talking about 76 to 80%. They said it was going to go to zero. We managed to pull the stunt. Again, we saw from here that Bitcoin went all the way to from around 4,000, 3,000, all the way to 69,000 plus, and now it's been falling from there. And when you check the percentage of which it's been falling, talking about the correction, it's still sitting at 77. We have not even gone below 85%. And if we're going to be using the same pattern it's been doing whenever we have the high and we have the lows, talking about the all-time high and the all-time low in a specific cycle, we are still waiting for Bitcoin to hit around 11,000 and probably 9,000 to 8,000. And that's when we're going to have the 85%. And now we're having the whole commotion in the industry, yet we're still holding on to 17K thereabout or 16K. So what am I trying to say in a nutshell? All these people just now using whatever saga is happening in the crypto, the regulatory, the fight between FTX and Binance and all of that, are using it now to scare you guys away from the industry. And I must tell you the truth, crypto is risky. If you're trading it as a margin trader, it's very risky. You need to be careful. You need to have the knowledge and make sure you trade with what you can afford to lose. I'm not going to lie about that. And it's any investment, not just crypto alone. You understand? So right now, we're still seeing what we've planned before. It's just that now a lot of things are unfolding, but doesn't mean that it has changed what is happening on the technical analysis. Fundamental might be crazy, so much further out there now that everyone is confused or everyone is thinking, oh, these people are right, Bitcoin is going to zero. But when you check the market or you go back to your chart, you see that it's doing all what we've been waiting for. Everybody's been saying we're expecting it to touch 14K, 12K, 10K, thereabout. And it's not there yet. So I don't see the reason why we need to panic or we need to believe this tweet saying, how do you react to people saying Bitcoin is going to $0? I do not believe Bitcoin will ever go to zero because cryptocurrency is the future. If Bitcoin goes to zero, a lot of people are going to jump on it and Bitcoin might skyrocket immediately to $1,000,000. I'm telling you that. So if it goes to zero, it's an opportunity for the government to even buy all. And now they can now sit on it and control it because that's what they've been waiting for. And also, we've been seeing what has been going on. And news that came out just now says FTX bankruptcy was bad. It could have been a lot worse. This is a wake-up call. The adults need to run this industry. We need investors, but also adults. And what they're trying to say is when you look at all the CEOs of these guys running these big companies, they are just as less than probably under 30 years old. Some are even 20 something. They're not even mature. They're talking about facing the down or the stress of financial crisis, which some big banks, some big CEOs have faced in their lifetime. And that's what they're trying to say, that we need strong hands to hold this. They might be the tech guru, they might know all these things, but they need someone that is capable, that is huge enough to handle all these things and that will be able to hold on to or use the experience to manage the industry. And that's where they're saying that, yes, we need these big banks and big investors to come into the game. And I'm telling you, looking at the technical analysis, the charts will remain the same. And I believe the bull run is around the corner. Don't say I did not tell you. And we can see also right here that Coinbase CEO says the FTX Sam Bankman-Fried saga has been a turning point for citizen journalism, a sentiment echoed by Elon Musk and others in crypto community. And you know, I told you a lot of people are using this opportunity to even now come out and say whatever they want to say. But since Elon Musk bought Twitter, you know, now free of speech is now a bit better. You can't just be banning now. We've seen a lot of people coming out to now blow the whistle and even leak the secret of some companies. And all those things are going to come out in the nearest future. And that is why I warned you on yesterday's show that if you have your money on all the CEX, that centralized exchange, you might want to leave only what you want to trade with and store the remaining assets in a cold wallet or a decentralized exchange. And I believe that is going to help you. And speaking of that, we saw this this news has been coming out. We know all this news about FTX is the reason why a lot of frauds and all this are coming out there. But in regards of that, we've seen Uniswap take over Coinbase, and that is good. Uniswap takes over Coinbase as the second largest exchange trading Ethereum today. And why? Because a lot of people are now starting to realize that Crypto is for financial freedom. Crypto is for you to say, this is my money and I want to do it the way I want. This is my money. I want to send it to B and B should receive it now. I don't want any intermediary in between. And now people are now waking up to, oh, maybe we can start using decentralized. And we all know Uniswap, SushiSwap, and all of that are decentralized exchange whereby you can do your stuff without getting involved or putting your money in anybody's account or anybody's centralized exchange. And we saw that happen yesterday. And I think that's the beginning and the wake-up call for other people or people that are interested in the crypto space, that you can hold your own token yourself. Though the disadvantage, like I said, is on a centralized exchange, if you lose your document or if you lose your password, you can provide a document and get your account back. But on a decentralized exchange, you need to store your codes yourself, the secret phrases, the seed phrases, and all of that. You need to be your own custodian of your of your stuff. And I think that's nice, because if you know how worthy, how big the stuff you're owning is going to be in the future, or currently how much it's worth, you want to take care of it as you're taking care of yourself. You get. So I believe we're seeing a wake-up call in crypto, and all of this has now been pushing the market, and we're seeing Bitcoin is been failing to break. Let me show you. Let's go back to the chart so we can have a good understanding. Bitcoin has been failing to break this zone since yesterday. I showed you this. Let me show it again in a higher time frame. Excuse me. You see, I showed you this yesterday. That we're having a descending triangle. And whenever we have a descending triangle, what do we expect? We expect a breakout. Now we've broken out of the triangle, but yet we're not seeing the market continue the movement. Why? Because there's so much fall out there. And I'm going to show you on the sentiment, you're going to see probably we're sitting on extreme fear. And that's why when you're on extreme fear, that shows a lot of people are scared to buy now because they're waiting for the market to start pumping. And don't you know, you need to get into the market before the market start pumping. That's just the trick on how to make money in this industry. You need to get into the market when it's bottom out. Then when it start pumping, you are among the first people to start making money. And when it gets to a point where the greed is high, you take profit and you use other money to make your money. It's just simple as that. So we've seen the breakouts. You can see if you check out the line here, even though when I use my line chart, you can see we have a breakout above this, even though I use it like this. But now we are not seeing the market moving nicely. Instead, we are saying what am I going to call ranging? It's been ranging between 16,500 to 16,600 to 17K. That's where the price have been ranging for the past 2-3 days. For the past 2 days now. So what is this telling us? It's telling us that, talking about the fundamental news, the chart is still in the right direction. But we now need to check the lower time frame to know if we are now breaking some structure back down. Because the moment we started seeing structure, or we start seeing some structure breaking down from the normal support, we now need to know that probably the market is going to dump again, because the target is around 12, 14, 12, 10 thereabouts. So what we're going to take a look at on the chart today is to now see if we need to get out of the market, or we need to hold on to our buy if we're getting around 16.5 here, or we're getting from the bottom, so we do not lose all the profit we've been accumulating for some days. And I'm going to share that with you shortly. You do not want to go anywhere. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, you need to do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can enjoy all the juicy content we're dropping on this show. All right, but before we dissect all the chart and tell you what you need to do today, let's check the economic calendar and see what is really going to happen today. Today is Wednesday, and we're expecting CPI year-to-year to come out in Great Britain. We know the inflation has been on the rise in United States, and I think the last one was around 10.1%, which shows Yeah, you can see it is 10.1%. I'm right, and which shows the highest in 40 years. And now they're even expecting it to be 10.7. So if the news should come out and is better than expected, it might affect the move in the crypto space as well, and we might see it continue moving up, or we'll see the market start falling there and go to where everyone has been waiting for, talking about sentiment. And in Canada as well, we're going to be waiting for CPI also, month to month and year to year. And United States will be waiting for core retail sales, So I think we have some very, very important data that will be coming out today, and we need to be watching, because that might determine where these guys want to blame it on. Because I tell you, whenever the market wants to move up or come down, they like to blame it on something. So they might be waiting for the data to come out before they act, and exactly that's what they're going to do. And we're going to be seeing the monetary policy report hearings in Great Britain coming out today as well. And we're going to see some other news like ECB President Lagarde speak. We're going to be seeing G20 meeting coming up later today. And tomorrow, we should be expecting unemployment change in Australia. We should be expecting the unemployment rate to come out as well. And also, Philly Fed Manufacturing Index will be coming out in the United States tomorrow afternoon. And FOMC member master speaks and governor board member Michael speaks will be coming out as well tomorrow. So these are the data we'll be expecting, talking about the fundamental news in the coming out in the market. So we'll wait to see that. Let's check out what is going on with the excuse me. Let's check out what's going on with the market cap. We can now see the market cap is sitting almost at the same thing. We were at 800 billion. We went to about 880. Now we're around 850, 845. Let's check the sister side to confirm. You can see the sister side is still sitting at 880, but let me refresh to have a fresh data. You can see we still have 880 billion market cap, talking about the total cryptocurrency. And on the sister side, it's showing close to 850 billion. So it shows that we are still above 800 billion. And we know when the saga and everything happened, we went to 800 billion and we failed to break it down. I feel if we're going to go to all those 10K, 12K, 14K area, we might break this 800 billion US dollar down. And when you look at the dominance, BTC dominance is sitting at 38.2 and Ethereum is sitting at 18%. And on the sister side is 36.6 and 17% respectively, talking about Bitcoin and ETH. So we need to watch out for that. So let's go back to the chart and now see how that is reflecting on the chart. We can see, since we've been breaking down here, when you look at my structure that I dropped out, we saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 completed. Yes, we might have liquidity grab, which I'm expecting it. You understand? And that's why we might see this breaking out of this descending triangle, might not continue again if we don't see more volume coming to save the day in the crypto. Because yesterday I thought we are going to see some movement when we broke above the descending triangle, but we broke above it, but the market has just been maintaining above it. And that's why I've been seeing the ranging that has been happening in the market. So what are we expecting today? Let's see. This is what I'm expecting. We still have our structure here, right here, right here, right here, right here, until we break here. If we fail to break this 15,600, we're not going to have, I'm not going to say we're going to have a sure shot that will put the money, or excuse me, that will put the market down to 14,000, or I don't know, wherever we're going to deep down more too. But what I will tell you is, according to the structure now, we can see we create a high over here, which could later turn to continuation to turn this to another low. It will now be lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Then we're going to break it to now form our lower low. And in so doing, if you do that, it's still correct, because you can see we have this trend right here. Let me show you. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you fail to break this 17,250, and you know yesterday I told you you need to get into the market above 17,150 thereabouts, and that's why I believe nobody is buying here, because we've not crossed above that 17,150. We failed to break it, and I told you need to put yourself below 16,150. So all our setups since yesterday have not been triggered yet. So if you're in the market and you're losing money, you're doing something, is because you're not patient enough, or you're not following what we're doing. I told you, get into the market above 17,150, because that's when we're gonna have a clear breakout, and below 16,150, that's when we have a clear short or deep down that the market is going to do. But now some people might want to trade this breakout, which even me, I try to trade it, make a couple of dollars, but I see that there's no momentum, then I have to close my trade. So what are we waiting for now? I'll be waiting, because since we broke above this and I did not see any massive movement coming out of the market, I will still stick to the plan, which is I'm going to buy if we're able to break above this 17,150 to 17,250. The moment we break above it, I know, yes, we're going to have a structure being formed that will not complete another three up here. But in case that didn't happen, which maybe our buy stop is not activated, because since yesterday it's not been activated, we'll wait to see if the sell stop will be activated. And if the sell stop does activate the price action, what are we going to do? This is what we need to do then. This is going to become yellow. This is now going to become blue, because it's now showing we're having continuation of this blue zone inside this zone. Then this is now going to become our blue. Then the moment we break down here, we're going to have another red. And I think maybe that's where we're now going to have our liquidity grab before the market will now start appreciating back, and maybe we're not going to see and study if we're going to see a new structure that's going to brew out, and we're going to use that to see if we're going to have another buy. But as it stands, we are still on the same edge, which is put your buy stop above 17,150 to 17,250, and put your sell stop below 16,001, excuse me, 16,150. So we need to stick to the plan and watch it. But now let's go to lower time frame and see if we've been seeing some structures. Some structures have been coming out, but I must tell you the truth, it's been manipulative kind of. Let me show you. And why are they doing this? They're just trying to frustrate you in case you want to get out of the market, and later they push the market to where they want to go. Let me show you what has been happening. We saw structure here, structure here, structure here, structure here, break down here, didn't break it now, and that's why I put this as our potential yellow. You understand? And now we see that we have a structure here, we have a structure here, and you can see the structures still remain the same. 17,150 is where we need to have a buyout, and 16,150, below, 16,150 is where we have our sell. And you can see now, what have they been doing? They've now been trading, just been pushing the market in a low structure that it doesn't make sense. And when you see market like this, what do? You just need to stay out, just stick to your buy stop and your sell stop, because let me show you this, why I say it doesn't make sense. Let's say they were trying to invalidate this. Let's put it like this. Let's say create a structure that come out. Now they didn't break this yet, and they didn't break this yet. But let's say you're trading in a lower time frame. Now we create structure here, we break it, structure here, we break it, structure here, then we have it here. Now we broke the whole structure here. You can see we have structure broken here back. What do we need to do? We need to retest and see the market break here. So now if you want to trade it in the lowest time frame, you can even start shorting from 16,600, because we're having a structure that is now formed a sell-off here. But you can see after we break it, we made it back into the zone. And now we're still failing to break this 17,100. So in the littlest, or let me say in the lowest time frame trading, the structure is between 17,100 and 16,600. You see, but why I'm saying you should put it above 17,150 is because that's where we have the perfect breakout. And if you put it below 16,100, that's where we have the perfect breakout. Because imagine now you take a trade right here. Let's say you break the structure. Then you believe it's not going to break this. You can see we broke it. Okay, now you take a trade right here. You believe it's not going to break this structure. Now it came back to break it. You can see it's now back and forth, and that might get you confused, and you start just trading rubbish and you lose your money. So what do you need to do? You just need to stick to the plan. You can just wait. Let's see if we're going to break above 17,150 or 16,150. Talking about your buy stop and your sell stop. So that's what I'm just like I'll be waiting for us to see. And if we fail to push ahead because we break out of this trend line, I believe we're going to see the market deep down. And make sure you use your risk reward when you're trading. If you're an investor, if you're in the market already, you have your buy. Make sure you don't forget to set your stop market so you do not lose your asset than what we've discussed on this show. Not financial advice, just for educational purpose, but we've been more than 99.9% right on the show, and we're using our experience and what we've studied in the market to kind of educate you on the platform. That's why I'm telling you the noise that are happening on Twitter, mainstream, and all of that, it's not even reflecting on the chart. You understand? That's why I'm telling you sometimes stick to your chart, learn your charts, know what is happening, and stick to what the chart is interpreting to you, because that is what you need to place the trade or help you do better things. Talking about trading. So right now I can even draw something out here. Sorry, let me show you something. You can see I can even draw a kind of, you see, it's for me. What will I call this now? We have one, two, so I can even say it's forming a kind of descending triangle in a lower time frame. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We might break down here to have our 5. It happens like that because wherever it starts, it goes the opposite. But if you want to know much about that, you need to go to www.instacashfs.com and apply for free training. Then you learn how to trade and know all these things we're talking about. But if you know it already, just stick to the plan, and I bet you are not going to suffer out of that. So that's that on BTC. Our buy stop still remain at 17,150 and our sell stop remain below 16,150. So let's now check out another chart out, which is Mr. Demerge, the second dominant crypto in the industry. And yesterday I showed you that even Mr. Demerge is doing the same thing, because we saw the structure created here and we see another structure created. And that's why I told you, until you can see is even still there. You see, the signal I gave you yesterday is still sitting there as it is. I told you need to buy when we break above this 1,290 thereabout, and you need to sell when we break below 1,200. So even the setup since yesterday is still there, and I believe if we stick to that, it's going to help you. Though we have a double top now, and we're having a structure being created on Ethereum, which shows 1, 2, 3, 4. We might see it come down, but let us see if we're going to break 1,002. If we fail to break 1,002, I'm not going to advise you to short, because we might come down to form a W right here, and we see the market shoot up. And in so doing, let me even check something out for you quickly, so you can understand what I'm saying. Let's do Fibonacci movement from here. We can see this is 0.68, and that makes sense. So the market might come down to test it and not break below it. But according to the chart, you must stick to the chart. So your Ethereum today is still sitting at buy stop above 1,290 and sell stop below 1,002. That's for Ethereum. Let's check out Dogecoin. FTT, I don't think we need to check that, because I told you that project is a fraud and a lot of people are running away from it, and you do not want to get into it. Yeah, let's see what's happening with Dogecoin. Dogecoin seems to be pumping, and I told you where do you need to get into Dogecoin. We have our 1 right here, we have our 2. This is not our 3. Get it right. You see, this is not our 3 because we did not break it. This is our 1. This is our 2. This is not our 3. We didn't break it. So maybe we're just having a structure being formed here to break it down or to have our 3. So where do you need to get into Dogecoin? I told you yesterday, until we break above 0.9. Let me show you 0.915 thereabout, and set stop. You need to short more if you break below 0.78, buy above 0.98, or if you're seeing this structure now, because you can see we're having this market creating a kind of double top here and it's shooting up. So even though we break the 0.195, you might want to take the risks. Use your risk reward and buy. But if I want to get into this market, I must make sure you break above this rejection we're seeing. The moment we break above this rejection zone, then I can say maybe we're going to $11 or $12 back in Dogecoin to come back 0.05. Not financial advice, but it's just what I'm thinking of. So we might have the market just touch this point, then we see the market start falling off. So that's on the chart analysis right now. Talking about Dogecoin, you can see it shooting up, but it might break above this or it might not, and we'll see it start falling up. But I'm telling you, you need to be patient. You don't need to rush and uh, place your trade. So let's see, we can see 0.095 to 0.091 is what I'll be looking at. If we break it, then we might be looking to take a long, you understand, or to add more to our asset, talking about Dogecoin. But the moment we break below 0.07, we should short Dogecoin. Not financial advice, just for educational purpose, because this thing is going to uh, fall off to that point. That's what I believe. So that's that on Dogecoin as well. If you've not subscribed to the channel at this point, you might want to do that. Subscribe, like, and share. There's so much video for you to learn about. Watch the episode, learn from it, even though the chat analysis is not going to be the same. But what we're sharing, the educational purpose, the news, and things we're training or we're passing across to you will be useful to you on the platform. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe right there, subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be part of what is happening uh, in this great platform. So now let's check out what is happening. FTT is trending, Serum is trending, Solana is trending, and we know Solana has got some inflation or some link to FTX, but thank God they are still able, they have strong community and they're able to survive that. But Bitcoin is trading at 16,889 and it's been down about 8% in the last 7 days and about close to 0.22% in the last 1 hour and 0.8% appreciation in the last 24 hours. And Ethereum is trading at 1,250 right now, down about 3.7% in the last 7 days, about 0.38% in the last 24 hours, and about 0.66 in the last 1 hour. And we can see Dogecoin is been appreciating for about 3% in the last 7 days, 4.7% in the last 24 hours, and 2.55% in the last 1 hour. Let's check some coin on that top 100 like we always do. And you can comment down in the comment section. Let us know the coin you want us to take a look at or to kind of analyze for you. We promise we're going to take a look at it and we're going to analyze the chart or the coin for you. And you can also comment down below section, comment down in the section down, comment down below in the comment section if you have anything you want to share regarding the show, and we welcome all your feedbacks and all of that regarding the show. Now we have waves at 101, hot at 102, Ravecoin at 103. We can see Oasis Network now at 110. Some of them are now start to regain back within the last 24 hours, and we can see some of them are still falling in the last 7 days. So there's a coin. Terra Luna is still sitting at, Terra Luna is still sitting at 117. So let's check out the NFT as well, like we always do on this channel. FTT, let's check out the NFT. Let's check out some overall NFT, and we can see we still have CryptoPunk at number 1, Body Trad at number 2, Mutant Ape at number 3, Other for other side at number 4. We can see Doodles at number 10. There's our top 10 most collected NFT project in the crypto space as a whole. So that's that on that. Let's check the fear and greed out because we do that every day. The fear and greed index is sitting at extreme fear, which is at 23, and I tell you that's when you need to start getting some crypto and improving or adding more to your portfolio. But you don't just get in, you make sure you use your discretion. Know that, check the chart, or you can subscribe to this channel because we'll be giving you when to buy and when to sell. Not financial advice by any way. You need to do your own research. All right, shout out to Instacash FX for sponsoring the show. And if you want to learn how to trade, or you want to trade BTC, you want to do any of such, you might want to go to www.instacashfx. They are fast, reliable, and efficient when it comes to transaction. And also you can apply for free training and you can be part of what is happening in the crypto world, or talking about trading and investment in general. All right, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do that. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell and join whatever we're bringing on this great platform, which is Crypto Be 101, where will give you good information, value for your money, and also where we trade it and we don't gamble. Talking about the show. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. My name remains the same. Ahmed Oladimoji Kazim. Please be careful, stay guided, make sure you stick to your chart and not the fundamental or the news or the mainstream or the noise that you're hearing out there. Until I catch you tomorrow on another wonderful episode of the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show where we trade it and we don't gamble it. I still remain myself, Ahmed Oladimoji Kazim, and in peace out.